Welcome to Quarantini Time, a show about having great conversations with friends while sharing delicious beverages. I'm your host, Laura Glorso-McCabe. The idea for this show came to me about a week into social distancing in Colorado. Now we're under a stay-at-home order. During this time at home, I've been attempting things that I've been putting off because I didn't have time. Cooking recipes, cleaning out the gutters, weeding the garden, and perhaps the most important thing, mixing the perfect extra dirty martini. Now I get to chat with friends and family while sharing their favorite beverages. If I don't have what they're having at home, that's fine. I have plenty of vodka and olives to make my dirty quarantinis. My guest tonight is someone very near and dear to me, Kelli Glorso-McCabe. Not only is she a fantastic human being, she also happens to be my wife. Hi, Kelli. Welcome to Quarantini Time.
Thank you for having me.
What beverage are we sharing tonight?
I have some mint tea.
I have it as well.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing. Weird that we have it in our house together. I'm drinking out of a mug you made for me a few Christmases ago.
Oh.
That is some delicious mint tea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's start with some basics. Where are you from?
Well, I was born in the Denver metro area, and my family moved from Thornton when I was little, and we moved into the Cherry Creek School District. So I ended up going to Cherry Creek High School, and then, later did community college in the Denver metro area, and then moved on to CSU and then did grad school at Regis.
And what do you do with your life? What is your profession?
I am a high school science teacher. I'm also certified in English, and so I have taught both English and science at Heritage, and the last few years have been all science, biology and environmental science, so it's a lot of fun.
There you go. So as we all know, you are my wife. What is your favorite part of being married to me?
I would say the hilarious jokes, and so my wife's hilarity, and I think also her fantastic cooking.
Oh, see, I am a pretty good cook.
Yes.
So we are in a stay-at-home order right now, and we have been spending a lot of time at home. How has this time at home been for you?
Great question. It's been relaxing. One of the tough things, I think, is seeing how upset our offspring is at being stuck at home with moms. That's really sad. But, I think it's been really nice. I mean, like we were talking about the other night, this is the most time we've ever gotten to spend together, like as a family. And so
no activities, no nights out, no, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, so I'm a big fan of James Lipton. I don't know if you know that, but I used to watch Inside the Actors Studio just to watch the actors at the end answer his questionnaire. He got his questionnaire from Bernard Pivot, who was a French talk show host, who got it from Marcel Proust, who did 2 different questionnaires. And Marcel Proust being one of your favorite authors ever, I know this. So I kind of made up a COVID-19 version of James Lipton's version of the questionnaire.
That's fantastic, honey. I love how our worlds collide. It's perfect.
See? All right. Are you ready to answer the COVID-19 James Lipton questionnaire?
I am, Laura.
All right.
Question 1.
All right. Question number 1. What is your favorite word?
That's a really good question. It's hard because I wonder my Oxford English dictionaries are up there. I have the shorter here at home. There's so many great words. I don't even know. One that pops into my head, probably just because I taught it relatively recently in biology with regards to evolution would be parsimonious. And so normally if someone's parsimonious, they're stingy, right? They're a jerk. But we also talk about, like in genetics, the rule of parsimony, with something being as simple as possible. The simplest explanation is probably the most likely. So like Occam's razor. So yes, there's that. So I don't know. For that reason, parsimonious.
Parsimonious, that's a good word.
Sticks out in my head.
What is your least favorite word?
That's really tough. Plutocrat. For what they represent, yes. Lately, I think, especially, was just realizing, I mean, we're like at 1914 levels of income inequality. So, and I think realizing how, I think a lot of us don't really know. I know I don't know very much, but what I have been learning about, like the amazing income inequality and the problems with how, I mean, we have this tiny number of people who have insane, like more money than they can literally ever spend. And 100 years ago, we figured out that that was bad when, you know, the mine owners were not doing what they were supposed to be doing, and we had things like the Ludlow massacre. So, so I think I would definitely say plutocrats, just because, I mean, I think just fairness and justice are really important to me, and I think with my concerns about the disappearing middle class in America and those kinds of things. So, yes, plutocrats, I'm not a fan.
Well, who would you most like to be in a stay-at-home quarantine with? In the world, alive or dead?
Well, in the world, like my beautiful wife, right?
You can't just say me. Come on now.
Well, that's...
Just no one else in the world you'd rather be? Live, dead? Marcel Proust?
Possibly, but I would want him to have access to healthcare, because I'm sure especially towards the end of his life, his asthma, I think, made things really horrible for him. So, well, yeah, or, you know, like me and my twin RJ hanging out, and I mean, I know that's always fun. Or, you know, an army of chickens. We've been talking about how great it would be to have, yes, like lots of crazy chickens. Although the more I keep reading about and hearing from actual chicken owners, it can be a giant pain in the neck. Like these hens who are just determined to like lay their eggs in the dumbest places possible. So like other animals get them, and it's like, no, chickens, you need to lay them where you're supposed to. And so, you know, it could be difficult.
But they could be entertainment and food. I think that's smart. Well, yeah, who would you least like to be in a stay-at-home quarantine with?
Well, I could go for low-hanging fruit, but I feel like maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, Donald Trump, Kim Jong-un, like...
Take your pick.
You know, dictators, like corruption, yeah.
Well, what is your favorite curse word? No beeping on this show. Feel free.
Yes. Well, that's tough. Since we've become parents, I am definitely fond of juice box.
Please explain what juice box is and how we use it.
Yeah. So my twin had some friends that I guess when they're like darling child, being in the car with the parents and hearing them refer to someone as a douchebag. And, you know, you hear that come out of your 3-year-old's mouth, and it's not what you want. So that definitely makes... So they started using terms like juice box, and I think that has helped, although now our offspring will tell me, you know, Mommy, you called that person a juice box, like you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, that's right, buddy. And then, of course, my all-time favorite, I think, was... and I know I shouldn't use gendered insults, but when we were going to Costco, and gosh, Remy she must have been like, what, 2?
I think she was 2.
Okay. But yeah, we're going to Costco. This woman totally like whips her car and steals the space from us. And I was furious. And without even thinking, I wasn't even driving. Like I was just sitting in the passenger seat. But I was just like, I'm gonna cut a bitch. And then from right behind me, we hear Remy pipe up with "cut a bitch," and that was definitely humbling. And again, realizing that I need to clean up my foul fucking mouth. I'm also a fan of, even though I try to be really good about like not cussing in front of my students, but sometimes I can't resist, and I'll tell one of them like, "Look, if I can control my foul mouth, you can too." Like. And they always look at me, they're just like, what? And it's like, dude, you don't even know. So.
Well, if you could only have one type of food at your house during a stay-at-home
Chocolate.
quarantine. Oh, wow. I didn't even get to finish.
Oh, yeah. Chocolate.
Chocolate. Well, there you go. What sound or noise do you love?
Popcorn popping is fantastic.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Rustling plastic bags.
Oh, yes, you do.
And rustling chip bags.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
Writing has always been something that has really appealed to me, especially with, going someplace or doing lots of research and then writing, like accessing a special collection somewhere or whatever. So I think that's really exciting. I also think sometimes about like more, I don't know, like mechanical things, like just learning how to fix things or build things, like make things. So whether that would be like, either mechanic type things or like fabrication or those kinds of things like that, I think would also be really interesting. Like, I wonder about like iron workers and, just the kinds of things that they can make or whatever. I know it's very difficult work. So.
And what profession other than yours would you not like to do?
Like I'm thinking like lobbyist. Like I think I would definitely not enjoy. I mean, yeah.
All right. And last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Man, I mean, well done.
There
Glad
you
you're
go.
here. Yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you for joining us tonight on Quarantine Time. It has been a pleasure to interview you, my wife.
Thank you, honey.
Enjoy your minty tea. We are not sponsored by Starbucks. Turn that around. Just kidding. I will enjoy my minty tea. You as well. It is a chilly night here in Denver. That is why we are not having martinis tonight. So, minty tea it is. Cheers, love.
Love you. See you upstairs.
Bye.